Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Naveen Ganglani reporting for Rappler here at the Mall of Asia Arena, where we are about an hour after the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons defeated the Ateneo Blue Eagles in Game 1 of the trilogy of the Battle of Katipunan, the UAAP Season 85 Finals, with a final score of 72 to 66. UP is now one win away from winning a second UAAP championship in the same year. Game 2 of the finals will take place on Wednesday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. So, how did UP win this game? Well, if you're familiar with the NBA, then you know that the Golden State Warriors have dominated the league for the last few years with the mantra strength in numbers. Similarly, UP used the same approach to defeat an Ateneo team that had defeated them in their last matchup in the elimination round. UP's offense, shall we say, was spread out so properly that 8 guys scored at least 5 points in today's game, led by Zavier Lucero's 14 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Xavier also came up with 2 huge blocks that ended up being game changers. The first one against Chris Kuhn early in the fourth quarter, which led to a Harold Alarcon three-pointer, which provided UP the separation they needed to run away with the win, and a second block in the final minutes against Ange Kwame, former UAP MVP himself, which basically was the dagger defensive play of the contest. Helping Xavier was JD Cagulangon, who had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Harold Alarcon, as we mentioned, with 11 points and 4 rebounds. And Malik Diouf, despite battling the flu the last few days, ended up with 9 points and 10 rebounds in 18 minutes. Carl Tamayo was only about 70% because of the ankle he sprained in UP's last game against NU. But the Fighting Maroons received contributions from all around the roster, including Cyril Gonzalez, Henry Galinato, and James Spencer. Ateneo, on the other hand, well, they struggled. Padragao led the way with 16 points and 4 assists, while Ange Kwame had 15 points but did that on 5 of 12 shooting. Now, when we take a look at the numbers, it will give you an idea of why Ateneo was outplayed today. Why? Let's take a look at it. The 3-point shooting of the Blue Eagles, which was on fire in their last Final Four game against Adamson, disappeared today. Ateneo shot only 7 of 24 from downtown. In the points of turnovers battle, UP outscored them 10-1. UP also had 13 fast break points compared to just 1 for the Blue Eagles. And in second chance points, UP had 13 to Ateneo's 7. Bench points, the Fighting Maroons dominated as well. 35 bench points for UP, only 15 for the Blue Eagles. Individuals from Ateneo struggled as well. Dave Ildefonso finished with 10 points but did that on 3 of 12 shooting, while Kai Balungay, their standout who is playing in his first year with the Blue Eagles and in his first finals game, finished with 0 points on 17 minutes. Now, after the game, Coach Sandy Pacochaga, assistant coach for the Blue Eagles, talked to the media and credited UP's defensive standouts, particularly Harold Alarcon and James Spencer, for doing a solid job on Balungay and Ildefonso. Coach Sandy went as far as to call them elite defenders. They also are confident, speaking of the Blue Eagles, that they can bounce back once they get back to the drawing board, watch film, and correct some of the mistakes that they made today. Those mistakes included 15 turnovers compared to just 12 for UP, and a concerning, if you're an Ateneo fan, a concerning 15 of 26 display from the free throw line. In a game where they lost only by 6 points, missing 11 free throws will come back to haunt any team. UP is taking the positives of their win today as momentum to carry them to Game 2 on Wednesday, but they are not taking their collective foot off the gas pedal. The Fighting Maroons, in the words of the great Kobe Bryant, believe that the job is not done, and their focus is to play the same way in Game 2 that they did today, which is basically helping each other out and aiding each other when they're in need of help. Lucero, when talking about his blocks, described it simply. If a man is beat, hello Ange, if a man is beat on the defensive end, the UP players are ready to provide help and prevent the Blue Eagles from scoring. But doing the same against a good Ateneo team for a second straight game will not be easy. However, one thing is for sure. If Game 1 is an indication of how the rest of the series is going to go, then both teams are up for a heated and exciting contest. Will it go the distance? We shall see. But one thing is again for sure. Game 2 is going to be very entertaining. For Rappler, this is Naveen Ganglani.